Fame is everybody knowing your name, everybody knowing who you are, and wanting to be you, just like you with your heroes. Fame is what everybody wants, especially now with the uprising media such as the internet, TV, and shows such as American Idol and The Voice that allow you to showcase your talent and become famous. Boy, wouldn't it be nice to be among the stars with Slash, Coen Brothers. Everybody knows your name. But what some people don't know, that there's a shortcut to fame. A shortcut with risks, yeah. But to some people, those risks are just wind in the air. They don't matter. That shortcut's name is infamy. That's right, human evil. It's some of the biggest fame you know. I mean, think about it. A lot of people say probably they would know more who Jeffrey Dahmer is than Quentin Tarantino. And people probably use the word Hitler more than they use Jesus in common everyday sentences. A lot of people these days kill for fame. With school massacres, shootings, gang violence, that's all they're looking for, is fame. I remember being horrified when I read once an interview with a killer. They asked him why he did it, and he said, "I wanted to become a household name. I'll probably get an entire chapter in this book." What about the killers who are more successful than those that want fame? The killer's driven by something else. Factor X. What about the Ed Geins or the Jack the Rippers, the killers who have a higher body count before they're caught or aren't even caught at all? That's who Jack White is. A killer whose drive is just to kill, to find out how it feels, until he feels the fame and he loves it. He cannot get enough of it. As he tells all this ramblings, per se, to his apprehender, Officer Bruce. The Killing Joke by Alan Moore, Brian Bowler. I don't consider myself a bad person. On the whole, I consider myself a good person. I mean, I visit my parents weekly, treat my girl right, go out and buy her stuff to go to church every Sunday. And I've decided that just once, I want to do a really bad thing. And I mean a seriously just awful thing. Because, you know, like, we're put on this earth with free will and stuff. And we can choose to be good or bad. I think that most people are just bad rather than they're not bad rather than being good. Just because they're afraid they'll go to jail or purgatory or someplace. And someone once said, a moral act, an act made out of fear, has no moral value. I think that's right. So, to fully understand what it is to be good, and to actually be good, you have to do something bad. You have to be bad, and decide that it feels better to be good. So what's it gonna be? One bad thing. It's gotta be something completely cruel, and horrible, and unnecessary, and motiveless. Because getting caught is not on my agenda. There's this old disused sewer shaft a couple blocks down from where I live. I thought I'd tie a little girl up there, alone in the dark, weeping and wailing, crying out for help when no one comes. And you gotta understand, I'm not sadistic or anything, but whatever I can do to make the whole ordeal worse and ruin the lives of her family, I'll do. But it's gotta be something more than this. This isn't enough. It's gotta be something that affects more people. Like the killing of John Lennon. I thought about the Pope. sure, everybody knows Pope, but the thing is, he's always surrounded by those armed guards who are always driving him around in his bulletproof Pope-mobile. And as a matter of fact, I don't really go to Italy often. Ever, actually. So who I choose, it's gotta be for the sake of convenience. It's gotta be somewhere right here in my hometown, who's not surrounded by armed guards. It's gotta be the chief of police's daughter. It'll be no problem. I've got a gun. My dad gave it to me. He has a whole collection. Huge believer in the citizens' rights to bear arms. A gun like a million others in this city. Yeah, it'll do the deed. But you know, it'll do the deed. She'll be walking around somewhere. Go to a friend's house, maybe we're walking home. Then from a dark alleyway, or a grassy knoll, or a window high up someplace, that'll be a glimpse. And then, boom! She'll be dead. I'll miss her, alright. I don't mean I won't hit her, no. The bullet will find its mark. But I'll miss her. We're such great friends. I guess that may be her greatest enemy. I'll be gone before anyone notices. Gone without a trace. I won't leave a double-sided coin. I won't spray paint a green cryptic riddle on the wall. I won't laugh like a maniac. No one will notice me. Then, I would finish my college education, marry my girlfriend, have a family, and live a free and blameless life. But I had to finish what I started, you see. So, I see you got the free ticket message. I'm glad. I did so want you to be here. Because you see, now it doesn't matter if you capture me and send me back to the asylum. Or what has been true. I've proven my point. I've proven that there is no difference between me and the rest of you. All it takes is one bad day to drive the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day. You had a bad day once, of course. Why else would you go around chasing criminals as dangerous as me? Killers without a heart, without emotion. You had a bad day once. Except you won't admit it. Why do you have to go around pretending everything makes sense, that there's a reason to this all? God, you make me want to puke! So what is it? This one bad thing, this one bad day, what happened? Girlfriend locked up by some other. Brother shot down by the mafia, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Something like that happened to me once, you know. Except I don't remember what it is. Sometimes I remember one way, sometimes another. I'm gonna have a blast. I prefer for it to be multiple choice. My point is that it's just one bad day. That's all it takes. It only takes one bad day to drive someone to be a killer. I've proven my point. I showed that there's no difference between me and everyone else. So why does it matter? Why do you have to keep standing there, and why can't you see the joke? I mean, you're not unintelligent, I can tell. You're not stupid. Do you even know how many times we've come close to World War III over a flock of geese on a computer screen? Do you know why we fought the last World War? And argument between France and Germany over how many telegraph poles Germany owed its war debt creditors. God. Telegraph poles. Can you believe it? But the thing is, why can't you see? Why can't you see that it's all a joke? Everything anyone ever struggled for, or anything ever valued by anyone. Why can't you see that it's all just a sick, twisted, demented gag?